All right, it's Washaholic Wednesday. I'm Mike Kinderleiter, the Dean of Power Wash at Powerwash University and Powerwash.com. And hey, check out the paint job on our building, man. Does that not look so good? Huge improvement from what we had with the aggregate rock and the rusty trim and all that. Yeah, really like the way it turned out. It's just some things we had the guys do because of the COVID. Had some extra hands on the staff, so we put them to work doing that. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about emotional strength and emotional preparedness. And first off, I want to talk, well, it kind of relates to something I've gone through over the past 2 weeks with my daughter. Most of you know her as Sunshine if you follow me on my Facebook page. And she had a reaction to an antibiotic, which put her in the hospital. It put sores on a pretty good, I think the doctor said like 46% of her body, and that's a pretty high percentage. And the way they're blisters, they're like burn blisters, and they actually function the same. She potential for scarring and all that from it, and we get her into the hospital. We have her in a regular hospital. We have transferred to a burn unit that's over in Dallas. We're in Fort Worth. She gets into that. We start to see progression, which we're happy about, but then things go another direction because it's not just on her skin, it gets into her mouth, on her tongue, it's in her throat, into her esophagus. She can't eat, drink, or swallow. She doesn't eat for 3 days, and they finally have to put a tube in her. Okay, now here's the part that I really want to share with you guys about being emotionally strong and how to recognize the problems that progressing from this situation, and where me, my family, my daughter kind of went through with this. So she first goes in, we all kind of freak out. Obviously, someone goes in the hospital, they're having an allergic reaction. We're concerned, and she's concerned. Okay, what amplifies this problem is that when she goes into the hospital, because of the COVID virus and the restrictions, no one can visit her now. Not me, not her mom, nobody. She's in there all by herself. And as a parent, that's tough. But just think about her. She's 18 years old, always been around family, support network. Now she has no one there. Now in hindsight, this will have been a very good opportunity for her to build a lot of emotional strength that'll stay with her for the rest of her life. But, and I say hindsight, I mean in the future when the hindsight really gets her, because it's not here yet. She's still in the hospital. But the first week, there was a lot of, especially from her, like, why me? Why did this happen to me? Depression that was hard for her to deal with. And as a parent doing that, you have a tendency to, I shouldn't say project, but to take on those emotions of your child. And I realized I was even beginning to do this. And she went in Thursday 2 weeks ago. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks. So almost a full 2 weeks. She's been in the hospital now. So last week was pretty hard for me, pretty hard for her, and been really hard on a lot of us. Her mom, and I don't want to take anybody out of there. A lot of us, it's been tough. I've been posting updates on Facebook and stuff, so several of you have followed this. But there was a point when I realized that she mentally needs to be strong to get better, and we all do, no matter what the situation is. You need to mentally be strong. So I had to realize that, I had to do that for her. I wasn't performing like I should be at work. I wasn't performing like I should be with the family. I was checking out, and obviously I had to get my mind right so I could help her. And as fathers, dads, leaders with our business or our community, wherever you are, if you want to be a good leader, you got to have your mind right. So Wednesday of last week was pretty tough, and Thursday morning was starting to come back around. I was realizing that I was having these issues, and I had to get my mind right so that I could be supportive for her. Thursday night, we had a really long conversation, And this is what I want to really kind of dig into and share with you guys. But before I do, I want to tell you about something that really spoke to me here at work. That we do a project every Tuesday. We have a leadership meeting, and we have a book review. Now we weren't reading this book, but the quote from a Shakespeare play was in our book review, and the quote is from Hamlet, and it says, "There is nothing good or bad, but thinking it makes it so." That really spoke to me at that moment, thinking about what was going on with my family and with my daughter. And it has, and so a lot of times it's like, what is your perception? How do you think about life? Where are you at? So I really started focusing on that, getting my mind back to where it needed to be, and then started talking to her. So life in general is different for everybody. And we can't spend our time comparing our lives or our situations to somebody else and how somebody else has it better or has it worse, really. We all have our own past. We're going to walk that own path. We're going to live that own path. She's in the hospital. This is what's happened to her. It's time for her to accept it. And so that was part of our talk and getting through that. And acceptance is super important, no matter where you are in your life. Being able to accept where you are and letting go and now move forward to become a better person or a better place, or to advance your life to a better position. It's where you have to get your mind to. And that's what we went through. We kind of talked through this whole process of acceptance and getting our mind strong and getting our mind right, so that the healing process can have its best impact on her and she can heal faster and get out of the hospital and live and enjoy life. Now there's a lot more to that, but I wanted to share that. I thought that was important. It really impacted me this week with my family and my business and me personally. Super impactful with my daughter. And I know that she will use this experience to make her stronger and to build a better future for her life. And I hope that when she gets out, she even has a stronger zest for life and wants to have more experiences, because, you know, that's definitely for her at 18 and not having any really close experiences like this is kind of like the brush with death for her. And I really think it'll have a super impact on how she progresses and goes forward with her life. So that's my thought for this Wednesday: being emotional strong and how to make yourself emotional strong. Acceptance. Accept where you are. Accept what's happened in your life. Don't keep asking questions like, why is this happening to me? Why did that happen to me? Why am I this person that these things are doing? Why is God being mean to me? Forget all that. That doesn't. Everyone has their path. Everyone walks a different road. Don't compare. Don't ask those questions. Accept it. Move on. Get through it. Overcome it, and conquer the day. So anyway, that's my tip for this Wednesday: being emotionally strong. I'm Mike Kinderlight, the Dean of Power Wash. Have a safe and successful week. I will see you next week. Take care.